Cool.
Camera 1 and 2 are rolling. Audio on.
All right.
And
You guys ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna give a countdown. We'll go ahead and start. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Unstuck Podcast. I'm your host, Irokwe Raaquan.
I'm your other host, Raaquan Davis.
We got a very, very special guest with us today. She's somebody that I've been really wanting to have a conversation with because everything going on right now, I need some different insight from somebody who actually is in the field. Because me, myself, I'm not in this field. I can't speak for everybody. So I'm not going to give you information off of my bias. I'm going to give you somebody who actually does it, if that makes sense.
Direct from the source, from the belly
Exactly.
of the beast. That's what you
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mo, and I've taught 7th grade here in Dallas, Texas.
Teaching them adolescents, some bad kids, bro.
Do y'all remember 7th grade, man?
Bro, I do. I remember 7th grade clearly, bro.
Coming into your own, something like
I like
that.
to
Bro.
say it's when kids have their very first thought. Like, I'm trying to teach them algebra, but then they're, like, thinking for the first time. Because, like, think back. Do you remember 2nd grade? Do you remember thinking during that? No.
Nah.
But I remember being like, yo, I want some chicken tenders for lunch. 7th grade.
You
I
hear
remember
me?
that. I remember chicken tender Tuesday, but
What sport we playing at recess?
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we thinking about.
Yeah.
Bro, no, 7th grade, that middle school time, that's like that transitioning period. So that's a fun period for kids, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. But
Yeah.
right now, I can't even imagine right now the kids are missing out on that middle school experience. I mean, high school is a different story, but that middle school experience, that's where you grow into a teenager. Like those are your important years. And now we have kids stuck at home. That's the worst place for a kid. What's that, like 14, 13, 14?
Yeah, 7th grade's 12, 13.
12? Yeah, that's not the best place for a kid to be just at home.
Yeah.
Doing what? Playing the game
That's gonna get
on 2K.
boring after a while.
He's probably one of them kids that be beating us on freaking 2K, making me mad.
hitting backflips.
Hitting
six
greens on the half
threes.
court. Like, come on.
No wonder you doing it.
Yeah, you at home all
You got
day
all the
doing
time in the
that, bro.
world.
Come on now. But it's something that I'm trying to figure out how, or what's well, I know the motive. I'm not going to play myself like I don't know it. But why in the world would opening schools right now be an option that's even on the table for consideration? Because last time I checked, we got people who should be in jail coming out of jail because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
But you want to tell me it's okay for children with growing immune systems to go to school? You can't social distance in school. It's impossible. The way the size of these schools are now, you correct me if I'm wrong, but like when we were in school, in high school, even in middle school, we're 2 feet, if not shoulder to shoulder with people, trying to go to class and doing all types of stuff. There's no social distancing. You
Yeah,
can't do that
no.
at school. There's
And like
no way.
middle school is specifically like on the developmental spectrum of like how kids' brains are developing, like your social life.
Yeah.
Like you're really starting to come into your own. Like you're breaking away from your parents. You're trying to figure out like who you are, right?
Right.
So like you need like that socialization that happens in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade because that's where that's like the foundation of who you're gonna become. And it's really sad that it's
Yeah,
gonna be different
really
than how we
is.
grew up. And as far as social distancing in schools, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think like at my school it'll be like super possible unless like enrollment is just down, unless like kids are gonna be like doing classes online. Cause like my school has about like 1,000 kids, and I teach in like a smaller section of the school. So like,
Yeah.
and especially in the beginning of the year, there were like 33 kids in my class, and I didn't have enough desks, and I was like, how is it gonna work? But
Jeez.
like social distancing in schools that are more funded, which just so happens to be in more affluent neighborhoods. When you look at who is more affluent, that tends to be white and
People not of color.
Non-minority
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
because like there, of course, there's going to be like some like people who like made it or whatever. But like, and you can social distance in some of those schools, or like social distancing is more feasible.
Yeah.
But like at my school, no.
Yeah, because I mean, I could understand how dependent on what type of school you go to, social distancing can be a factor. I can understand how some kids can go back to school,
Yeah.
but as a whole, as public school, we all went to public school. There's no way.
Yeah.
Private schools, charter schools, I understand they have different ways they can go about it, but
Even that, like, I have some friends who
yeah.
work in charter schools, and like they don't
Yeah.
even have windows in their classrooms.
really,
Yeah, and like that's part of like either the CDC or just guidelines in the U.S. is like in classrooms, like try to have the windows open or like increase ventilation, right?
I had seen
First of all,
Dr.
we're-
Fauci say,
yeah.
"Well, open your windows."
Bro, we were in Texas. It's hot. It
What
was
do you-
100 degrees
you hear me?
today.
You can't have your windows open.
And while we sitting here talking about the
No.
CDC, an article came out from the Washington Post saying that they had to sue the CDC to release
Yeah.
Really?
this disappearance of information due to COVID.
Really?
And most of this information was relevant to the fact that it was said that people of color, African, Latinx,
Yeah.
Yeah.
people are 3 times more likely
Yeah.
to contract
Yeah.
the virus. We know why.
Absolutely.
Just everything that you just
Racism.
said.
Easy. We know why.
Like everything that you just said, Mo,
Yeah.
literally, and that's coming from someone who was there. But just to move on a little bit, like, what are your principal other teachers? What is the course of action? Like, kind of like going back. Will there be an option for online? Are we going to do straight in person? I know that a lot probably isn't being said, but what can you relay?
So far, the plan, I guess, is to return to school. Recently, a survey was sent out to staff members, like teachers, custodian, like, you know, like everybody. Not only from my district, but from other districts, like in not only like Texas is just one state, right? Like everywhere, like because this is a question that
Texas is
our
ginormous.
country, right, is
Yeah.
grappling with. A survey was just like, what is your interest in like returning to work physically? Because either way, like we're still gonna be working, like whether we're virtually
Yeah.
teaching or in the rooms. And it was just like an interest survey, like they wanted you to be honest. So I don't know, I think the plan is still like return to school, like that was like the governor's plan, right?
Yeah.
Because like our schools, especially public schools, like they get funding based on attendance, based on enrollment. So if you want
Exactly.
funding, like you
need
kind of
kids in
need some
school
bodies in
and-
that room.
Yeah. And
So honestly, like
That's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
yeah. So
it's follow the money.
It all
man.
follow the money, right? We've
Follow
said
the
that in
money,
several
man.
different episodes. Follow the money, but isn't it so convenient that we want to follow the money, but when we follow the money in this situation, the teachers and the students are the ones who are being put at risk.